How's it going? Welcome to another episode of the John Graves Show. Seraph of the End, or in this case, why the fuck are these people claiming to be in the military and pretty much fighting a war when they have to realize that losses are gonna become a very necessary thing, you know? But of course, let me just get into that. Apparently, they're all at the airport right now in Seraph of the End, and the girl from Makoto's team, the one with the blonde hair and pigtails, apparently she starts smacking on Shinoa because she's like, why is it that you are alive and our friends are dead? And all this crazy stuff, which was like, well, that came out of nowhere, of course, to where they tell her ass to calm down. And they're like, well, now you sided with the vampire, so therefore our friends died. It's like, I didn't side with a vampire. I sided with you's actual brother, so okay, whatever. So pretty much they're debating on trying to kill Shinoa until they get a report saying from I believe his name is Kurito Hiragi, who tells them please be on standby. Nobody do anything, and they don't like that order. So of course they try to go and do their stupid shit of saying like, well, fuck this, we're about to go back and save Gurren. And I'm like, you can't save a man. You can't save a man from enemies you can't fucking fight. So it's kind of fucking retarded for them to constantly keep talking about that man that they're about to go back and save him. So of course, like they get into a huge ass spat until Kurito Hiragi shows up, and he brings in this gigantic freighter with some seals on it. And when he releases the seals, this big ass freight thing shoots out these like mechanical spears, which actually like bend to his will, so he can force those things to do pretty much whatever the fuck he wants. And pretty much he kills off most of the units who pretty much he tell them, because at first he told them, you can lay down your weapons and relax, your fight's over. But Makoto didn't like that, so he tried to go and yell at him. And in the process, he's like, in the process, that gets him and the rest of his unit killed because, of course, he is like you in a sense, to where that he likes to run off at the fucking mouth, and he's very emotional, even though it's like, listen, just follow the fucking direct order. But he doesn't want to do that, and ends up getting his unit killed, and is almost killed himself, until like Shinoa's team like jumped in and helped them, and Shinoa's almost killed. Then Yu comes and saves her, and Mika shows up and helps them all out and tells them like, yeah, this is a good thing, because then that's when the vampires come. Then they say we can break away, but in the process, that's when something bad happens. Now let me backtrack a little bit. What is happening with Gurren? Gurren is currently being interrogated for information, and Farid pretty much releases a very interesting piece of information. Is that Gurren is almost a fucking demon, and apparently his sword can move on its own, which is actually pretty interesting because now he has enough power to fight off a good fucking chunk of the normal ass vampires with their same amount of skill with no real problem. However, it seems though that he still doesn't have enough power to fight off Kurl, who I believe is actually the strongest vampire there. I mean, like, it's hard to say. Well, I know that she's stronger than the Farid, but it's hard to say between her and Crowley. But best case scenario, if she's in the position that she's in, I would say that she is the strongest vampire there. But he can't fight her off, so he comes with them and stuff like that. Because apparently that they have been setting all this shit up to where that I believe is that they want to take out Kurito or something like that, but it's hard to say. And apparently that they're still trying to get that Seraph of the end thing to work, so there's also that as well. But that's pretty much where this episode ends off at, with you like going back to the airport. They're leaving, breaking through vampires, and then out of nowhere they see Gurren, and Gurren is being controlled by his girlfriend, his demon half of his body. So of course she's trying to kill everybody. So that's kind of what in the fuck happened for this one. So pretty much until then, that is how this episode ends. Please tell me what you think about this down there in the comment section. But please, I'll catch you guys on the next John Grave Show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out. It's fair as far as I know.